How daily sketching rebuilds focus in a distracted world. Modern life is built on interruption. Notifications, messages, short videos, and constant information updates pull attention in many directions at once. Over time, the mind adapts to this environment by becoming more scattered, jumping quickly from one stimulus to another. The ability to stay with a single thought or task for an extended period begins to weaken. Daily sketching offers a simple but powerful counterbalance to this condition. It is not about producing perfect drawings. It is about retraining attention itself. When a person sits down to sketch, even for a few minutes, the brain is required to slow down. The hand must observe before it moves. The eye must notice details that are often ignored in daily life. A line is not automatic, it is intentional. This creates a natural shift from passive consumption of information to active observation of reality. This act of sustained observation is where focus begins to rebuild. Neuroscience suggests that attention is not a fixed trait but a trainable system. Just like a muscle, it strengthens through repetition. Each time a person resists distraction and returns to the sketch, the brain reinforces neural pathways associated with sustained concentration. At first, the mind may wander quickly. Thoughts may interrupt the process. There may be a strong impulse to check a phone or switch tasks. But sketching gently exposes this pattern without judgment. Each return to the page becomes a small act of training. Over time, these returns become easier. One of the key changes that happens through daily sketching is an improvement in visual attention. The brain learns to notice proportions, edges, light, and spatial relationships more accurately. This heightened awareness does not stay limited to drawing. It begins to influence everyday perception. The world itself appears more detailed, more structured, more present. This improved observation naturally supports focus in other areas of life. Reading becomes easier. Listening becomes deeper. Thinking becomes more linear and less fragmented. Another important effect is the reduction of cognitive overload. In a distracted state, the brain constantly switches between tasks, which consumes mental energy. Sketching slows this cycle down. It creates a single point of reference, the page. There is no need to multitask. There is only seeing and responding. This simplicity is what restores clarity. Daily sketching also engages what psychologists call attentional control. This is the ability to deliberately choose where to place focus and to maintain it despite distractions. Each sketch session becomes practice in this control. The more it is practiced, the more stable attention becomes in daily life. There is also an emotional benefit. Distraction is often not just external, it can be internal, driven by stress, anxiety, or overstimulation. Sketching provides a grounding activity that helps regulate emotional intensity. As the mind settles, focus becomes easier to maintain. Importantly, daily sketching does not require long sessions. Even 5 to 10 minutes can begin to reshape attention patterns. What matters is consistency, not duration. The repetition signals to the brain that sustained attention is important and should be reinforced. Over weeks and months, this small practice begins to accumulate into noticeable change. The mind becomes less reactive to distraction. There is a greater ability to stay with tasks, thoughts, and experiences without constant interruption. In a world designed to fragment attention, sketching becomes a quiet act of repair. It does not force the mind to focus. It teaches the mind how to return. And in that simple return, line after line, moment after moment, focus is rebuilt from within.